Welcome back to the Who's at the Gates podcast. I, of course, am your host, Katie Phoenix, and we are doing season 1 memorable moments for this one. These are usually our Saturday episodes that we put up. And last Saturday, we did an invitation to the wedding anniversary from hell. This is probably the most memorable moment in season 1, with the Leslie making her reasons known and launching her master plan. We covered episode 46, and this one we covered episode 45. In this one, we will cover episode 46, and then we will do a third and final part covering episode 47, because the fallout from this wedding anniversary dinner or banquet was just crazy, and we want to cover that. Before we get started in this part 2 of covering it, Diana, did you have anything?
No, I just can't wait. I can't wait to see all the mess.
Definitely a season 1 memorable moment. All right, here we go.
Party to congratulate Aunt Nicole and Uncle Ted. It's their anniversary, remember? Yeah, I'll let them know that you're stuck at work and you're sorry you'll have to miss it. Oh no, I won't be long. I mean, I'm late as it is. I got held up in court. I probably already missed all the big family speeches, but...
Get out of here.
Can you two please get this lunatic out of here?
Hold on, I know her. Is it true? She's been threatening you?
Not physically.
Martin, Smitty, let her go. She's not dangerous. Ted, you aren't mistaken. This is Sherry, not Dana, the woman from the hospital roof. You've seen her before. She was at my award ceremony working with the waitstaff.
Oh, he knows all about Sherry. Got a little miffed at me about it. And gotta say, that was one of my better get-ups. Just another detail on the stack of pile of crap he never told you, Nicole.
Mom, this woman is insane. What else would you call someone who runs around pretending to be different people? She told me her name was Anna.
Granddad and I saw her too. She came up to us yesterday at Orphe Jean's and said something about Bigfoot.
Put your camera away. We don't want any more Dupree family drama streaming live.
Oh, word.
This is Leslie, Mona's friend. She recommended Eva. The two of them lived together and cooked up whatever this is. I'm so sorry. I try to stop this, stop her. Kind of a last-minute save, right? Just to say you did something? No, I tried sooner, but she locked me in a closet.
Now that much is true. I just helped her out of a utility closet in the hallway.
So you're the traitor I have to thank.
I don't understand anything that is going on right here.
Poor Boo. Don't worry, Your Highness. You will hear the whole sordid story.
You know I have something to say.
I'll let you. Yeah. You go ahead. You got it.
I don't think Eva should be getting credit for trying to stop this whole thing 2 minutes before.
Again, change of heart. And could Eva have done more? Clearly, Eva could have done more. But I feel like she did what she could.
Sure. And there goes Carlton. Saving the day. I forgot that he was the one
clean it up.
I do like that they're like, wait, who is this woman? Like I forgot that she came up to Martin and Vernon right before this scene, or the few episodes beforehand.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think but I do think it's funny. All her identities coming out. They're like, what in the world? Like Anna. Well, I can't remember what the nurse's name was, but something Lovejoy. But yeah, it's low key. This was a good reveal.
Yeah, the thing that always makes me laugh is when Martin's like, she said something about Bigfoot, and I'm like, sir, how we go from different identities to talking about Bigfoot? But I do think that this whole situation with Kat and Eva, it's kind of crazy when you go back and rewatch it again. I understand why people have such a visceral reaction to Eva. I do get it going back watching all of this. So that part I do get. The thing that I didn't like about this whole thing, how it went down, I didn't like how Nicole reacted. I think that Nicole could have been a little bit more composed in this, but Nicole just broke down. And I know some people are like, but it was 20 years of marriage and this and that. I don't care if it was 50 years of marriage. When something like this happens, you have to put on your best face, especially in front of all those people, and just handle it and be like, you know what, everyone, we thank you for coming out. Have a good night. Be blessed. Leave it at that. And then once Ted and I get alone, see, I was about to say something. I caught myself right before I said it. And it started with an N. The hood almost came out on this podcast. But, you know, it would have been a different conversation once the two of us got along. And like, she kept her composure instead of running like, oh my God, we can't handle this right now. Like, really, girl? That's what you're doing? But go ahead, Dani.
Sorry, not to cut you off, but I wonder if they're just like, well, we're the Duprees, we're the spotlight, because that cracked me up when Chelsea was still holding her damn phone, just live streaming this whole entire thing, and it had to be Naomi to be like, put it down. She's like, oh yeah. Like, just no thoughts going through her head. She was just like, I need the content. I need more subscribers. I mean, now seeing that, sorry, this is like a little bit of a tangent, but seeing that, I'm like, yeah, no wonder Allison got your ass. Like, come, like, really, girl? Like, what are you not live streaming at this point? Like, she's like, come with me while I go to the bathroom. Anyways.
See live stream everything. So
it's just, I hope she learned her lesson. That's all I gotta say. Yeah, I don't know. The composed part, I think, I don't know if I could be that composed when you feel like your whole life is just falling apart right at that second.
I just say put on your best face. Put on your best, and because they're Duprees, or at least because Nicole's Dupree, Ted ain't shit in this one. Oh, sorry, my bad, sponsors. But because Nicole is a Dupree, that would have been even more of a reason for her to stay composed in this moment in front of all of these people.
You're right.
That's my point.
Yeah, we've been hearing a lot of we're Duprees, we don't let things get under our skin. We're Duprees, we're above that. Yeah, we're Duprees, we don't show emotion. Yeah, I could see that too.
Yeah, but let's go ahead and all right. So in this whole thing with Bill talking, I'll do a quick steal on this. In this scene, I don't know what possessed Bill to not shut this down. I think his ego was in this whole conversation for multiple reasons, and this is me psychoanalyzing his character. Part of it is because I think subliminally, Bill knows what he did to Dani was messed up, and to make himself feel better, what he did was he was revealing something about Ted to Hayley to make it seem like, oh, well, none of these people are clean. I think he even talked about that as well to Hayley, saying a certain thing along those lines, like they're dirty too, you know, they're not perfect. And this was a moment where he was just revealing to her one of those people that happened to be Ted. And Hayley figures out, oh, Ted cheated on Nicole without Bill saying it, but giving these quote unquote, you know, nonverbal gestures and stuff like that. So yeah, it was awkward and unnecessary for Bill, but Bill is Bill. Did you have anything on this, Diana?
I mean, anything for Bill to feel like he's still part of the family, because he was still. I think we're gonna do like another like series about now Bill and Hayley, but from the beginning, it was just like he felt like he was entitled to be included, and you know, things like this, because the family would go to him for a lot of things, is a reason why. So not that I necessarily blame him, but again, we have a fixer for a reason, and it's Nicole.
I'll just let that go. On to the rest of we don't care about Vanessa being in the hospital. She got food poisoning. Let's see. It's like back to the party.
Will, but not now.
You're not in charge anymore, Mr. Big Shot. How does it feel to be on the ground with us mere mortals?
Leslie, have you lost your mind? What are you doing?
Something I should have done years ago.
Leslie. Or maybe it's Anna. Mona, would you please back me up and tell my mother this woman lives with Eva and recommended her to you for Laura's job?
I am so sorry. I didn't know they had hidden motives. They lied to me too.
Jacob, please answer.
Have a seat, I got this. Yes, sir.
We are going to get this poor woman the help she needs. We're in the midst of a medical crisis. Now, if everyone except for immediate family would please exit in an orderly fashion.
How about that? The classic Dupree shell game. Step right up, ladies and gentlemen. Which cup is the truth under? Oh, Vernon Dupree is the master of sleight of hand. As he shuffles the cups, spins the truth, weaves his words, and works his Dupree magic. So none of you will know which way is up. See? Isn't that right, V. Dupree? But sadly for you, they're not leaving. Because they want to find out what the Dupree family is hiding.
I will give you one last chance to leave us alone.
Yeah, well, that used to work before Teddy Weddy. All your threats, hiding me away behind closed doors. Well, it's not gonna work anymore, lover.
See, that really got on my nerves.
What?
And when Nicole did that, when she's like, like, really? This is what we doing?
It's not you victim blaming.
I'm just kind of like, I would have preferred one or two reactions. The one that I told you about where she's composed and like everyone needs to go home and basically being like I would tell my family, we're all leaving right now. She'll have an audience of none. Say what it's like, okay, Leslie, you can talk to those people. We're not hearing you out. We're leaving. This event is over. Or taking it, taking the other route, which is a little bit more ratchet, and then just picking up a chair and hitting her with it or doing whatever she needs to do. That I would prefer one of those. But this whole thing of just that doesn't work for me. It just doesn't. What about you, Diane?
I honestly feel a little bit unsafe in this country club because where is security? Where is my help? There's this
Jacob is not
woman.
there, Diana. Naomi was calling Jacob to be like, you need to get here. That's the only security there.
That mall cop can miss me. Like, what would he have done but been like, you need to calm down. No. I mean like real security. Yeah, I think it's insane that they even still let her talk, right? Like Leslie being like, oh, the show, the weaving, the stories that they tell, like they should have just talked over her. I think, again, this is just one of many examples where they just let Leslie win and do what she wants.
Yeah, and writers. But I mean, look how she delivered it, though. That's why they give it to her. She's like, step right up, step right up. Vernon Dupree. That, you know, like she delivers. That's why she gets the runway.
Yeah, exactly. They're like, wait, let's hear her out a little bit. No, I mean, she has great delivery. I think the actress is great. I think this is such a fun, a fun reveal where everything just comes to a head. But yeah, it's low key. Just I feel like the Duprees have no fight in them when it comes to Leslie, and this is like one of many examples.
Okay.
But also, I know you said like, oh, like have everyone leave. I don't know. If you were in that crowd, if you were invited, would you leave?
That's a good question.
After he's like, sorry, having a mental breakdown, y'all. Like, please leave. Would you leave? If I saw no one make the first move, I'd be like, well, why am I leaving? I'm like, Chelsea, give me your phone. I'll start recording for so I can tell my whole family. Like, let me watch. I don't say I have a.
You have a valid point. Okay, so all right, so you have a valid point. I will say, everything's on a case by case basis. Because it's at a country club, there's a less chance of quote unquote danger breaking out, even though very much possible, but it's a less chance. People are a little bit more civilized. Now, let's say if we were at Lakeisha's birthday party and something like this happened with that type of announcement, then I'd probably leave, because we don't know if Lakeisha got a pistol or what to shoot Leslie. So if we know Lakeisha, like we know Lakeisha about to start shooting, so we definitely so it is one of those situations. But because it's at a country club, it's like, okay, well, do I really want to leave? Because I don't think I'm in danger, and this does seem like good information. I feel it's a toss-up.
It's so funny that you're like, well, we don't know, a certain type of people are going to have a gun. So Dani Dupree and her gun, you want round two? Because if you're here, you're probably at the wedding. So what you're saying is you're okay. You would stay at the barbecue or what have you, because you feel safe, apparently. You feel safer with a gun at the country club than anywhere else. That's what you're telling me.
I mean, you wouldn't expect the gun at a country club. That's why everybody was like, Dani, what did you do? What were you thinking?
I don't know. I'd be like, those Duprees.
Not Lakeisha's birthday party.
I don't know. With those Duprees, you just kind of have to wonder, like,
yeah,
are they the hoodlums?
Well, quiet as it's kept, I mean, we could say Dani is hood, because out of all the Duprees, the one that wants to fight all the time is Dani. That is for a fact.
And is like the one thing I do respect about her. No, I respect a lot about her, but that's what I respect the most about her. Yeah, I'm glad she brought that gun, to be quite honest. We'll go over that. Maybe again, more memorable moments that we go over.
You know what would have been it's funny. What would have been funny, because that incident happened before this incident with Bill marrying, because I think Bill married Hayley before this anniversary incident. Pretty sure, because so many episodes that happened all jumbled together. But what would have been funny is if Dani would have said to Nicole in this moment, and holding up a purse like, Nicole, you need my gun.
And I wouldn't be mad.
That would have been funny. But usually in a country club setting, it's just kind of like, it's like, it's going to be tame. It's going to be somebody maybe throwing a drink in someone's face, like in the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills or whatever. Nothing major. And that's why I think people stick around. It's almost like when stuff is happening on those reality shows like the Real Housewives and stuff, people don't necessarily run in the other direction. They're like, oh, this should be interesting. There shouldn't be too much danger with this. But yeah, Okay, let's go ahead and get to the other part of the scene. Come on, we don't want to see Vanessa in the hospital more, even though that was a good thing with Shanice right there, but still. Yeah, okay. Do this. And let's just let it play from there.
What?
This does not look good.
Get Nicole out of here. All right, let's go.
Come on, Sissy. You don't have to hear any more of this insanity.
I am not leaving.
Still so protective of Nicole. But not protective enough that you weren't my little hanky-panky lover.
You wanted to stop this, right? Then stop her. Tell everybody she's lying.
Oh, kitty cat. Oh, honey, you weren't even born yet, so you wouldn't know anything about this. But Martin, do you remember when Daddy used to take you to the coffee shop? And there was this really nice waitress. And she'd always give you brownies.
Dad.
You do remember.
Leave my family out of this.
This family. This family that you were ready to blow off for me?
That is a lie!
You sounded so convincing back then. I actually believed you. So much so that I thought you'd be thrilled when I told you I was pregnant. It's okay. You're okay. Spoiler alert! Ted was not thrilled. No. In fact, he told me that he was going to stay with his precious Nicole. Because you were pregnant too.
I did not say that.
Ted said that I had to leave town. That I had to get an abortion. You can't imagine how I felt, right? Right? I was crushed. But I don't roll over. Oh no, Leslie Thomas doesn't roll over for anybody. So, you know what Ted did, huh? Oh, I'll tell you. Oh, he pulled out the big guns. He pulled out the cannons. And, he called Bill Hamilton. You guys have heard of Bill Hamilton, Esquire, right? Oh, yeah. You know what an operator he is, right? Bill offered me money to leave town and dared me to go through with having my baby. He said that if I didn't do it, that my kid and I wouldn't be safe. He told me that I could pull up to a stoplight and someone in the next car would leap out and grab my baby. He said he'd sell my baby to the black market, to the highest bidder.
Stop it. That is an insane lie.
Don't you dare act like you don't know what Bill Hamilton would do. That's why you called him. And it worked, too. I gave in. But to a point. Yeah, I took your money. I told you I was gonna get an abortion. I went to Chicago. And I had my baby in secret.
What did you say?
Oh, you haven't been formally introduced. This is your daughter, Eva.
No.
This is impossible. Eva cannot be my daughter.
You told him you had an abortion?
Okay, I had to like pause it for a second between the scenes and stuff. I'm surprised Kat didn't put that together. After like Leslie saying all of this stuff, that Kat wasn't like, oh, wait a minute.
Right. I mean, frankly, with all of them, I think they were all just enraptured by Leslie's storytelling.
I mean, it's a good damn story. I was still like, Country Club man, do you serve popcorn here?
It's insane. I'm not leaving and being the only one that doesn't know, like, didn't see it firsthand. I want to tell everybody what's happening. I think Eva had some nerve to snatch her arm away from Kat after Kat's like, well, do something if you want to help. Clearly, Eva is not a helpful person because she was just like, she just gave her a look like as if her ass didn't cause all this.
Kat said, you said you wanted to stop this. Well, do something, because I felt like Kat mentioned she was lying or whatever. But the thing was, Leslie wasn't lying. And stuff like the stuff Leslie was saying was true, and I think at that point Eva was just kind of like, "Girl, it's out now."
I mean, I think some things could have been saved here. The whole, if I was Ted, if I was Bill, I'd be like, "Really, you guys couldn't have stopped her before she mentioned my name?" Like. I don't know. Again, I think a lot of this could have been stopped.
I think it was half and half. I think, yeah, it could have been stopped, but at the same time, I don't think some of those people, in those meaning the Duprees, I don't think they necessarily wanted Leslie to stop. I think Anita wanted to hear, Anita may not have said it, but I think she at least wanted to hear what was being said, like what the story is. I do believe even Vernon wanted to hear what the story is, even though he tried to end it early, because it's what she's saying plays like holds, how can I say this? What she's saying affects the relationship that Anita and Vernon have with Ted. And if Ted cheated with Leslie and had a child outside of the marriage, that's a big deal. And then it's a point of saying, okay, well, is this true or not, so on and so forth. So, yeah. And now Eva's finding out that she told Ted that she had an abortion, because Eva is like, oh, I thought you didn't want to have anything to do with me, which we'll go ahead and play that part. Did you have anything, Dani, before I press play on this?
No, I'm good.
Okay, let me go ahead and get back into it.
I was just trying to protect you, honey.
You weren't protecting me. You let me believe my own father wanted nothing to do with me. How was that protection?
What was I supposed to do when the man didn't even act like you existed?
She made me believe you knew you had a child out there and you just didn't care. Okay, enough. This hot mess is a con. Can you see this, Dad? And nobody should be listening to this. Especially you, Mom.
Maybe we should just let your mom and dad talk in private, okay?
Yes, baby, please. We need to talk this through.
Oh God, I can't do this. I can't.
Tell me, what in heaven's name am I to make of this?
Please, sir, not now. I have to go catch my wife.
Remember, Smarty Marty? Eva's your half-sister. Treat her like family.
Enough out of you. You're done. Show's over.
She's not gonna get away with this.
Let it be, baby.
For now.
Did you hear what that woman said about Dad? This is a total nightmare.
Dad! Stop!
I have to find your mother. She's not outside.
I can't believe what I just heard in there.
Yeah, you and everybody else.
And not only what happened, when it happened. A year before Kat was born, I know what that means. It's the thing you and Mom whisper about when you don't think I'm listening. When she was recovering from miscarriages. She was depressed, scared, at her lowest point in life, and you respond by getting another woman pregnant?
Son, this is not the time.
And I remember that woman, Dana, Leslie, whatever her name is. And I remember the lunches, because it was you and me on those bar stools in that diner. You used me, a little child, as a cover-up story so you could sleep around on Mom. You're despicable.
Hey, Martin, hey, stop. Calm down, okay? You need to breathe. Let's go.
Smitty, get him out of here.
Ted,
I can't right now.
I didn't mean for...
No. I don't need you to talk right now. All that keeps running through my head is that I should have listened to Kat. She was right. She knew all along that you were up to no good.
Yeah, she saw through me. But don't you want to know why? Mama drilled it into me. Okay, I heard it over and over and over. He abandoned us, he left us and never looked back. She's my mom. I believed her. And now I don't know what to think. I don't know what's true, what's not.
It makes two of us.
I tried to talk to Mom out of doing this to you and Nicole so many times. And tonight I did everything I could. But it was too late. And I failed. But I hope that it matters that I tried. And I hope you can forgive me.
Oh, cry me a river, Eva. If you should be asking for anyone's forgiveness, it's mine. After that stunt you pulled in there telling everybody I'm crazy.
I never said crazy.
I don't need this for either one of you. I need to go be with my wife.
Still think you can count on Daddy Teddy? Be there for you. You made the wrong choice, little girl.
Diana, I know you were just waiting.
I mean, when you don't trust the right people, it just goes back to haunt you. Just comes back to haunt you, I should say. I'm just, I think we all need to practice listening, and acceptance. And, don't be so quick to brush someone off, if they're feeling something, if their intuition is saying something, because now your ass is getting divorced. Now you barely were around your family. Now it's going to be even less. God, I think it was probably the worst time for Eva to even approach Ted. I think it was actually a cheap shot for Ted to be like, I should have listened to Kat. Like, how dare you? Like, you're just saying that because it only benefited you. With all this, because I don't think Nicole ever even said that, right? Like, I need to review the episodes, but I don't even think Nicole ever was like, "You're right, Kat. I should have listened to you." I mean,
I don't necessarily think she said it specifically. I'm pretty sure she acknowledged Kat was right, but it was like, if only we listened. I don't think there was any of that. I think there was conversations. Or a conversation, but I feel like it might have been two conversations where Nicole actually acknowledged like Kat was right about even stuff. And even not too long ago when there was a conversation and Chelsea was like, because everybody was like, well, how did Kat know? And Chelsea's like, Kat's always had a sixth sense about people and stuff. So yeah, this was just interesting to me, because Eva was giving, which it wasn't a good time. It's like there was a lot going on. Eva Ted was like, look, I do not need to hear from you right now. But still, she did speak, and Ted heard her out and was like, Eva was like, don't you want to know why? And Eva was like, because she drilled it in my head that you didn't want to have anything to do with us. And she's my mom. I believed her. And stuff. And Eva's like, I don't know what to believe now. So there was that part of Eva giving her side of what it is, but also where Leslie comes in and Leslie feels betrayed because Eva did attempt to somewhat stop it. And even the smallest attempt is a slight to Leslie because Leslie's like, okay, whose side are you on? Because you picked the wrong side.
I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if she ever did a good job of stopping it. She was just like, do we have to do it? And her mom's like, yes. And she's like, okay. Like, to me, that's not putting up much of a fight. So the whole Eva is like gaslighting everyone in the following episodes to give her too much, give her too much credit. It's like, girl, you did nothing. You also wanted to find, this is the thing. I think this is also the thing that grates me. It's that like, she also wanted this to happen. Like, she wanted answers. Like, it wasn't like she wasn't going to get anything out of this. Like she wanted to know her dad too.
I believe that some people are like, and there is some truth in this. If Eva really wanted to stop it, she could have done it the day before and been like, Ted and Nicole, I have to talk to you. I have to let you know something. This is what's about to happen. This is the background, so on and so forth. This is the reason I started doing the plan because I was told you don't want anything to do with me, but the way you've been acting around me is not making sense. You seem like a good person. And so does Nicole. So I'm telling you about this now. So there isn't a catastrophe tomorrow at the anniversary. And that could have stopped it. At the same time, I believe that she would have been betraying her mother. And I believe there was a little bit of fear there too, of what Leslie might do if Eva did basically go to Nicole and Ted and tell them the truth, because there was no guarantee of a safety net had Nicole and Ted acted badly, where they're like, we appreciate you telling us, but we can't deal with you because this is too much. And then just cut Eva off. And then Eva's left out in the cold because then the plan is, thwarted. And then Leslie, being upset would cast Eva out too. And the Eva would have nothing. So maybe there was that there as well.
True. I mean, she doesn't know how they're going to react. I mean, in the end, she ended up with nothing, right? I can't remember where she ended up going that same night, but maybe in her car or something like that.
Yeah, she did, but Ted eventually let her stay at a hotel.
Right. So, like, in the end, she still ended up winning. Like, I don't care what anyone says. Eva still ended up winning the situation, even though her ass did nothing to stop this. But, whatever. I get, again, it wouldn't be a soap opera if this didn't happen, but let's make it aware. She did nothing. She did absolutely nothing besides make it about herself and come to Ted at the worst possible moment and was like, Dad. That was her contribution to all this.
Oh my goodness. Let's see, where are we at on this? Okay. Eva. Yeah, Eva was crying. Was trying to see what's happening in that. So Dani, Anita, Martin, and Vernon. So Martin was going home because Martin's been having anger issues during that period. We can skip past that part. Andre and Dani. I thought this was interesting because they were together at that time, but they weren't married and they weren't officially a couple yet. They were just friends with benefits. Mm-hmm. And let's see, hold on, I'm trying to get a good place. Okay. All right, let's just let it fade out. Let's do it here.
I wouldn't think I need to tell you that.
Not much for our date, huh? Yeah, that was quite the show.
Sorry you had to see that.
Nah, it's not your fault.
For once.
Hey, what did I say about talking bad about my friend? Listen, your family needs you tonight. I get it.
Yeah. I'm heading to my parents. Chelsea and Naomi must be reeling.
Yeah, it's hard to hear that kind of trash talk about anybody, much less your own dad.
Don't even get me started. I always knew Bill had ethical blind spots, but threatening to kidnap a baby? That is beyond.
Try to remember, though, that we don't really know if that's true. Dana, Sherry, Leslie, whoever, she's not really all the way there.
Maybe. But even if part of the story is true, how could Ted be so stupid? To risk his perfect life for someone like her?
Hey, I hear you. But remember that no matter what happened between Uncle Ted and Leslie, he chose your sister. That's something that you actually wanted Bill to do. He dropped his side piece, he rededicated his life to his marriage. Uncle Ted has been a loving, faithful husband for 20-odd years. I mean, that's gotta count for something.
If that's true. But we don't know that he's the gem that you just described, do we? Who knows what other secrets he's hiding?
Come on, Dani. We know.
How can you be so calm about all of this?
Maybe it's hard for me to get shocked anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I better get going to my folks.
Yeah. Hey, you call me if you need me, okay?
Nicole!
Oh, that was so sweet. That's one reason why I wanted to get the scene in here, because I like how they were having the conversation, and then he's getting ready to leave, and then he looks around to make sure because again, their whole situation was a secret because they didn't want anyone to know because of the age difference, which I don't think the age difference was that big of a deal. It's just like Andre's old enough. I think Andre's close to 30, so or something like that. Andre's old enough to date, and Dani's old enough to date. So it's just kind of like, who cares? But looking around, and then he kisses her, and then they do that little sweet thing, and she goes to be with her family. So yeah, I thought that was really sweet. What about you?
Yeah, I forgot that they were still like hiding their relationship. And as much as I hate that he's trying to give Ted the benefit of the doubt, I understand why. I mean, that's his uncle. He knows him, obviously, and he's making the very reasonable argument that, hey, we don't know if what she's saying is true. Like, we can't take Leslie, Dana, Anna at her word. Like, there's something wrong with her.
Don't forget Sherry.
Sherry. there's something wrong with her. We need to, let's not attack here. So it was a good reminder, even though he was wrong. And I think it was good how he was able to balance Danielle and give her the support that she needed. And I'm really glad that it ended up how it ended up, if that makes sense. Like their whole love line and or story and whatnot.
Yeah,
he's been
it's sweet.
consistent.
Now,
Yeah, he's
now
been
they're
consistent.
And we love consistency. All right, the Cat and Ted conversation, I'm gonna skip past that one. I really like the Ted and Nicole conversation. Who is this one? Oh, Andre talking to Eva. That one was cute.
What happened? Can you
I'll
can you
steal for
Yeah, I can't remember. Can you tell? So, like, in the conversation between Kat and Ted, what happened?
the Cat and Ted. I mean, she was telling Ted came home to see Nicole, and then Kat was like, "Oh, she's in the shower, but she doesn't really want to see you." And then Kat just gives him the what for basically messing up everything because. Yeah. Andre and Eva. Andre is just like getting the basics And Andre was very kind to Eva. He didn't go in on her or anything like that. It was just very like, oh, okay, this is what happened. This is what's, type of thing. And then it's like, oh, well, I guess that means you're my cousin if you're his daughter and stuff. And Andre acknowledged that. And that was kind of it on it. He, like I said, he didn't go off on her or anything like that. Andre was very, very respectful to Eva.
Yeah, I mean, he would have no reason to go off, I think, or
I mean, he could, because the whole thing was ruined and everybody else is blaming Eva. So he could have blamed Eva too. But I think because she is Ted's daughter and because he has a certain respect for Ted, it's kind of like, I can't hit her too hard on things because it's Ted's daughter. Now, if Eva would have just been some stranger that was like Leslie's accomplice and had no relation to Ted whatsoever, I do believe Andre would have cussed her out or something like that.
Actually, you know what? You bring up a good point. I think I wouldn't have even approached her. There has been no paternity test. I would have been like, I think if I was Andre, I'd been like, I'm not calling you anything until I see that blood work.
Well, speaking of which, yeah, no. Hold on, where is this at? Oh yeah, I'm not doing that part where Leslie has the fake fantasy and Nicole basically saying, Leslie, you're the better woman and all this other bull stuff. So
see, now I'm like, well, so she is crazy. There is something going in her.
Okay, that's Bill. Where is this at? Okay, this was the one. I'm gonna skip past that with Anita talking to them and stuff. This where Nicole comes out and talks to Ted, and I love how they did Nicole's makeup for this scene. Let me see if I can find it. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Let me do 10 seconds ahead and see if it. Oh, we got to do this one too. Wait a minute. With Eva and Kat. Okay, let's play this. I think it may go into the Nicole and Ted. If it does go into the Nicole and Ted, I'll just let that one play too. And doing that.
You were right all along.
Baby, I'm so sorry.
My daughter must be in agony.
Oh, shoot, I missed a text from Kat. What did she say? That Ted was at the house when she left. They're probably talking right now.
Well, who could that be? Kat wouldn't ring the doorbell. Chelsea, sweetheart, could you answer?
Sure.
Here's what doesn't make sense to me. That woman left town and stayed away for over 20 years. Why come back now?
She has her reasons. Sure, none of them are good.
I couldn't care less what that woman has in her head. I don't want to see or talk to her ever again.
Agreed. This family should be laser focused on Aunt Nicole.
It wasn't Kat.
Well, who was it, baby?
Please, no need to get up on my behalf. Pretty sure I'm the last person you bargained on seeing.
Okay, so yeah, that's where it closes out, I believe. Hold on, let me check. Does it still play? Because I thought it ended.
No, the credits.
Oh yeah, there we go. All right, so with that, I'll just stop. Let's take this back a little bit because a few things. There were short scenes, and then there was that semi-long one. So let's go back here. And then there. All right. So for the Kat and Eva situation, where Eva's like, you called it. You were right all along. And then Kat looked at her. This is why I'm saying that why we had to turn into a 3-part for this, because everything, these conversations are all about to happen in episode 47, where Kat and Eva have another conversation. Nicole goes in on Ted in the conversation that's about to happen. And then Leslie explains why she's at the house to see the Duprees. And then, of course, Anita has her say as well, which I thought was really cool in the episode 47, which will be the third part of An Invitation to the Wedding Anniversary from Hell. And yeah, this is kind of where we're at. We're closing this out. Do you have anything?
Let's bring these storylines back beyond the game. Writers. I don't need Ashley. See how like this is very low Ashley scenes. I don't need Ashley.
Or Derek.
Or Derek, yeah. Unless we bring in that firefighter, then by all means, let's go. I don't necessarily care for, Joey and Vanessa. Really don't need to see that. There's a lot, I could probably continue on with every single couple at this point, but just yes, less that.
Yeah,
let's get a move on.
There was one scene I kind of wish I got in this episode that I didn't, and I didn't realize that was the scene until it was fading into back to the wedding anniversary thing with Vanessa and Doug, because that's when Vanessa had found out that Ted cheated, and then she was like, "I can't believe he did that." Da 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 da, and Doug was like, "Well, hold on." We talking about cheating and stuff. And then they were having the conversation about like how their marriage is different, but then Doug was saying like, you don't really know what their marriage is though, or holding something against someone for venturing out. And basically Doug was shading her, being like, now girl, you done slept with all these people and you trying to hold it against this man for sleeping with one person. Is what he was doing when he was shading her, and I kind of wish I would have caught that scene while we did this. But yeah, I'm excited for the final third part of the culmination of it all over the 3 episodes. So yeah, Diana, do you have anything before we bid everyone farewell?
No, just can't wait for part 3.
Well, everyone, don't forget, if you haven't watched part 1 is definitely up. And then be on the lookout for part 3. If you are watching these on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell. That way you will know every time we drop any type of episode or short or whatever. And yeah, we're on X, Who's at the Gates. We're also on Spotify. If you have a Spotify account, you can always listen to our Who's at the Gates podcast on there, as well as iHeartRadio and Amazon Music. Thank you so much, everyone, for the support, the likes, the comments, the shares, and the subscribes. Until next time.
Bye.